Hello learners, welcome back. Now in our today's lesson, we'll be looking at financial ratios. The ratios. Learners, if you are watching this and you've not subscribed, kindly do so. So I go straight to the question. We are given the following information relates to Moyara retailers for the month of July 2015. Sales 50,000. Cost of sales 40,000, average stock 20,000, expenses were 5% of sales. In your turn to calculate markup, margin, total expenses, net profit, and rate of stock turnover. All those questions, each point, each ratio is 2 marks, so total 10 marks. So let's start with the first one. So how do we calculate markup? Markup is given by gross profit divided by the cost of goods sold, or in other words, cost of sales. Now, learners, are we given gross profit? No. Cost of goods sold? Yes. So how do we calculate gross profit? So gross profit is given by sales or net sales minus the cost of goods sold, or cost of sales. Now our sales are 50,000 minus the cost of sales, which is 40,000, to give us a gross profit of 10,000. To give us a gross profit of 10,000, meaning that our markup is equals to the gross profit, which is 10,000, we've just calculated that, divided by the cost of sales, or cost of goods sold, yes, 40,000, and we can multiply by 100 to make it a percentage. And therefore, this gives us, gives us a quarter of 100, and this is the same as 25%. You can give your answer as a percentage or just a quarter. So we are giving it as a fraction. There's no need to add this. You're not doing this for the purpose of this percentage, and therefore that is our markup. Next is our margin. How do we calculate our margin? Now our margin is given by gross profit divided by sales, and to make it a percentage, you can just multiply by 100. Our gross profit we calculated here amounted to 10,000. And our sales, we are given up there, sales as a 50,000. And learners, this gives us 1/5, and 1 divided by 5 is our margin, or you can talk of 20%. A fifth is the same as 20%. You just multiply the fraction by 100. The next one, the next ratio, we are supposed to get, actually we are supposed to get the total expenses. Total expenses. And from the question, we are told total expenses amounted to 5%. 5% of sales. 5% of sales. So what is 5% of sales? This is the same 5% written as a fraction is the same as 5 divided by 100 of means multiplication. Sales figure is 50,000. You have 50,000, and therefore learners, this gives us 5 times 5 is 25 and 2 zeros, so 2,500 shillings. Then we have our Roman for net profit. Net profit. So net profit is given by income or revenue minus the total expenses. In our case, the only revenue we have or income is the gross profit. Is the gross profit, which is 10,000. So 10,000 minus our expenses we've just calculated is 2,500. And this gives us how much shillings? 10,000 minus 2,500 to give us 5 and 7. 7,500 shillings. Then the last one, Roman 5, rate of stock turnover. The rate of stock turnover. This one is given by cost of goods sold. Cost of goods sold divided by the average stock. And our cost of goods sold from the question is 40,000. Our cost of sales is 40,000. And our average stock from the question is 20,000. 20,000. So therefore, this gives us 2 divided by 2 is 1, by 2 is 2, and therefore our rate of stock turnover is 2 times. The rate at which our stock is moving is 2 times. Yes, and therefore learners, that is how you're supposed to have handled that type of a question. So practice more on how to calculate the markup, the margin, and so on and so forth. See you in our next discussion. Bye for now.